Hi, my name is Eric Novoa, and this is,
Janice Frank.
and we're going to be going over some of the stuff that we are working on in November of 2024. These are the Thanksgiving moves. I thought this would be nice to give to you as more complicated and nuanced patterns, things that you see kind of on the everyday social side as well as competitive side of the West Coast Swing Circuit. So we started our class with a starter step, but our starter step that we're using is one that Jordan Frisbee traditionally uses and teaches, and I really like how that looks on most social and competitive dancers. There's plenty of other varieties of starter steps, but I think this is one that everyone should know. So this starts with a little hitch or a tap with the heel of the foot, and you'll see that'll lead to a little knee pop between both partners. So leaders are going to the right leg, followers going to the left leg, and they're heel popping the leader's left leg or the follower's right leg. We have a tap, replace, and we're going to check. So we're going to go check, and leaders are going to go towards the follower on count 4. So this is counted 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to notice a couple of things for the follower. The follower is going to get this double body roll as she goes through this. So we have 1, 2, that's the first follower's body roll, 3, and second body roll for this. And you can see that I'm sending some energy as well. I have a little bit of a body roll as well. So we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4. So leaders' footwork on this is 1, 2, and we check back, 3, and 4. On my 3, I'm not putting my heel down. 1, 2, I pump off of that, 3, and send energy into my follower so that my follower can resolve her anchor step backwards. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here, we did a regular starter inside turn. So we have our starter step, and our first move is going to be an inside turn. So we're walking the follower down the slot on count 1. So I have sent my body from my right leg to my left leg and transferred the follower's weight. So we have 1, I prepare the follower. 2, you'll see the raising of the hand, and you'll feel, followers, that there's a compression on the near shoulder. So there's a little bit of rolling in of the body, and I'll explain this more in a second. The head is about halfway up. I take the follower for an inside turn for 3 and 4, 5 and 6. We'll take that again. We take it from the top. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4. We walk 1, prepare 2, up over 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Followers, that's a left turn for you. It's a single turn. And so we have again 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inside turn 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. A couple of things to note on the inside turn. When I bring my follower down the slot, I have a 1. I bring the entire body down the slot. And on 2, I'm going to take my elbow and I'm going to bend my wrist. I'm going to open my wrist so that it tilts the follower's inside left edge towards me. So I'm going to bend my elbow in, wrist goes a little bit open just to accommodate the follower's body. And as I guide the turn, I'm flipping that wrist and elbow to the inside. So I have a little pop that's starting to go. I don't want to confuse this with a pop turn, but there's a little bit of motion. I'm directing the follower's body using my right arm. So a lot of leaders, when they lead this the first time, they think of using the hand and trying to turn the follower from the top. And I want to avoid that because I actually have the follower's body. So what I want to do is I want to use the inside arm, the one that's touching her body, to create an inside edge with the follower's left side and pop that around. I can just curve the follower's space with that, and I can control where the turn kind of happens. So taking this for the last time, we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4. We walk in 1, prepping 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So that was level 1.
While that prep that the leader is doing helps the follower, do you want to speak to the preps that the follower should be doing, the angling?
Yeah, so when the follower starts to feel this inside turn, followers can start walking down the slot with a little bit of a right edge coming down. So I don't want to over-angle that first step, but at least giving a little bit of shape instead of just coming flat down the slot. I would like to see a little bit of angle, a little shaping of the shoulders, the épaulement from the shoulders, And on count 2, when the leader does prep it, you'll feel that that's a bigger prep. And that makes it really easy to close the right shoulder for the inside turn. Is that what you were looking?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that is level 1 of the starter step that we were doing in class. However, there is a level 2 that we're going to go on. So level 2 changes some things. The starter step, the Jordan starter step remains the same. However, on the second part, the level 2 of the inside turn, it's still within 6 counts, but a lot of shaping has changed. So I'm going to go over leader footwork, I'm going to go over follower footwork, and then we'll put it together. So leader footwork on this, so we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm not going to bring my follower forward on count 1. I'm going to delay that 4. So I'm going to have a 1 and 2. So I'm going to move after count 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Delay this 1. We're expanding 1 and 2 as we prep the follower's turn. And as the follower's turns, instead of going 3 and 4, I'm going to 3 and 4. So I have a little hitch ball change or tap ball change. And then I'm going to give a second tap ball change. 5 and 6 for my replace. So once again from the top, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. The follower, she does the same Jordan starter, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I want to give tribute to Tatiana a moment on this because there is a partnership involved in this starter step. So it's Jordan and Tatiana starter step. And the Tatiana version on this, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It expands and delays 1 and 2. Followers are going to spiral the bottom of their body. This is 1 and 2. This is going to go and 3. The hands are going over. 4 all the way around. 5, 6 for a walkout anchor. So I'll do it more in real time. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 4, 5, 6. And when we put these pieces together, it has different rhythmic ideas from both leader and follower. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm counting Janice's footwork. I'll count Janice's footwork first, the follower's footwork first, and then I will count the leader's footwork. So follower footwork, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. Leader footwork, leader counting, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 on those taps. So I also want to do the starter step, the Jordan and Tatiana starter step, and the inside turn from the opposite side so you can see that as well. So our starter step again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Our basic version just walks out 1, up, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Both partners have the same footwork and same timing on that. Our second version, or level 2, has 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 and 2, 4, 5, 6. So we'll take that again. Again, followers are 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. And leaders have the tap steps, 1 and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 on that. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Leaders start for 1, 2, tap, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. So that is the footwork. That way you can see it both sides. So that really changes how we feel this starter step so that we can do it either at a level 1, keeping things mostly the same, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, or altering the footwork and dynamics of the partnership to really make this a much higher level. That spiraling of the body really creates a different dimension for the followers in terms of their turn. The turn is not just in one piece anymore. The turn is now happening in different, from the bottom to the top, and really creates a nice dynamic effect when we're doing that. So that's level 1 and level 2 of our starter step. We're using a Jordan and Tatiana starter step, followed by 2 different levels of that inside turn. Hope that helps. Hi, this is Eric and Janice, and here is our second move that we did for our Thanksgiving class in November of 2024. So this is our tilted sugar push, or sugar push with a tilt. So this sugar push, we can either start it with two hands, or we can get the second hand. Either one will work. When we do it in class, we start it from the open position. But the idea here is that when we do this sugar push, it's actually going to tilt to the leader's right or the follower's left. Little notes on this. So leaders, you're coming back on that first step, but on your second step with your right leg, instead of going straight back with this, we're going to go diagonal into the side. So if we're at noon, I would say we're stepping out to about 7 o'clock. You could even, sorry, not 7 o'clock, yeah, 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock on this one. So noon, figure about, 4 or 5 o'clock on this. So 1, open it up to 2, and from here, you're going to see that I'm going to press, I don't have the heel on the 4, I'm going to press down into the 3, back up to 4, 5, and 6. So as I take this, I'm going to knee pop or drop the heel of the left leg for the 3 and I'm going to press back into the ball of my left foot, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to do it backwards so you can kind of see it as well. So I have a 1, I'll take it out to about 4 o'clock, 2, I drop into it 3, I come back up 4, I finish it 5, and 6. Followers on your footwork, you're coming in 1, but you're going to take your track, instead of going straight forward on this, followers, your left leg is going to go a little bit to the left. So you've got 2, you're opening up that space as the leader tilts to the leader's right, and followers is to your left. And then you're going to hook triple behind. You're going to have a 3 and back up 4, 5, and 6. So followers, you're coming forward, you're drifting to the left, 2, dropping in 3 and back up 4, 5, and 6. Followers, if you're going into your connection, you're coming in 1, you're going to the left 2, you've got hook triple 3 and up 4, 5, and 6. As you do your hook triple, usually the heel doesn't hit the floor, you just use that as pressing back up onto your foreleg. And when you do get back up onto your foreleg, make sure that you stack your hip on top of that leg as opposed to that foot being in front or behind of your hip where you have to try and force it to happen. So if I'm doing follower part 1, 2, 3, and get back on top of the leg so you can get your anchor in place. So when we put this together, and we'll do it with open position. So we have a 1, opening it up 2, 3, and 4, 5, and again, we'll go a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. A couple of notes about the hands and connection. When we do this, when we start to tilt, you'll see that my hands right now are remaining a little bit even. I could tilt the leader's right hand a little bit lower. That'll drop the follower's left hand and left shoulder, and that'll create a little bit more shape. Followers, as you do your basic version of this, you can drift your hair, you can drift your head, you can create a little bit of a tilt, even if the hands are even, so that you can create that shape, that tilt. Now, if the hands tilt, it'll give you more of that. So as we do this, we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So that creates a really nice shape. We're going to show to you different angles here. So we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. We'll do it again. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll turn it around this way. 6, 7, 8. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Also note, leaders, don't let the chest collapse on this. So as we go through this, don't go down into the chest. Keep the chest up high so that you can really push and stack your weight to receive the follower's momentum as well. So if we come into here, we're going to pitch our hips back and the shoulders go down, and I'd like to see that more, the frame a little bit stronger, so that we come back up on top of the leg again and finish at 5 and 6. We'll show it to you one last time. We'll do it for a moment. And a 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a 5, and 6. So that is the tilted sugar push, or sugar push with a tilt. And I think that really adds a lot of value because it takes this very simplistic move that is usually very just in and out and almost negligible in terms of its value. And all of a sudden it adds the third dimension to it. It adds some shaping to it. It adds some hairstyling. It adds a little bit of things that you can start to do with your body in order to make something as simple as a sugar push more interesting. So we have a level 2 of the sugar push with the tilt, or the tilted sugar push. And I wanted to show how that works. The tilt remains the same, but the anchor steps, the resolution after the tilt is different. This is really stylized, so the whole point of this is to create more dimension, more texture within this simplistic sugar push move. So our level 2 move, for the leader, I have kind of an interesting, mostly simplistic idea just with the knees here. So I want to do it facing you so you see. Leaders, you're coming back 1, you're starting to tilt 2, you have 3 on the leg pop, 3, 4. And as you come back to the 4, that knee is going to be on the inside. So instead of stacking right on top, you've got 3, 4, and then you're going to go with the other knee, 5, step on it, 6. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, knee stays to the inside, right leg knee, 5, 6. And I'll show it to you from behind as well. So you have a 1, 2, knee pop, 3, knee in 4, 5, 6. So you've got a lot of Elvis looking action on this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the follower has some interesting stuff on this. So follower is coming in for the 1, 2, she has her tilt 3 and 4, and we syncopate with her footwork, and 5, and 6, and 1 for the next step. So followers again, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1. So I'm going to do it coming towards you, and I'm going to do it facing away. So followers, you have 1, 2, you little 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1 for the next pattern. Coming at you this way, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, up, up, and 1. Count it again, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1. So the hard part here is to land your 6 and walk out the 1, because you're half a beat behind schedule because you're lifting up your knees. It should add like a little prance, a little skipping feel. Just skip and 1. And that redirection from the and to the 1 is challenging at the beginning. It is better to use slower music for this. And if you used faster music, you would take your hitch and delay it and get an and 2. You get a delayed and 1. And that buys you a little bit more time on that 6 and so that you can catch up with time on the next movement, on the next pattern. When we put this together, we're going to do this slow. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do that again. And I'm going to count the leader's footwork for right now, and then I'm going to switch into the follower's footwork. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And follower counting would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 1. So see that one last time. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 followers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So that is the level 2 of the tilted sugar push. It can be made, obviously, significantly more challenging than just a regular plain Jane sugar push. And that's the goal here, is to really add some spice to this very simple move. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, this is Eric and Janice, and this is our Thanksgiving move. This is our third move, third pattern that we're doing. This is the curl. I called it the crooked straight, like, I don't know, it's called the curl on the scene. So just if you are looking for it among other teachers, I think it's universally called the curl, right? So this is a kind of a cross between a hybrid between a sugar push and an underarm turn. The only problem is that the underarm turn generally passes in West Coast swing. The right pass, underarm turn, generally passes. This does not. This returns to point A. Followers going from point A back to point A, similar to a sugar push. So here's what we've got on this. Followers are coming in, and we'll keep this. This is level 1 of the curl. So we've got a straight 6 count. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Again, we got 1, 2, we have 3 and 4, 5, and 6. A couple of notes for the leaders. Leaders, you're not exactly staying in time, you're not doing 3 and 4. So leaders going 1, again, our right leg is drifting to about 4 o'clock on our slot coming downstage. 2, I'm gonna stay here as I brace and curl or underarm my follower. 1, 2, this is 3, and we're gonna bring the follower back up to the post leg on 4, 5, and 6. I'll show it to you from behind. We've got 1, 2, downstage to the audience, 3, and back to the post, 4, 5, and 6. I don't want to take this lunge too far. I want to take this where I can support my own weight and drop into this. So I have a forced arch, heel is off the floor, and I'm going to press into that to come back out of it. So I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Followers, as you go through this, you're coming in 1, you're drifting off that slot to your left, 2, and you're going to put the hand over your head. Leaders are going to be controlling this hand. 3 and 4, 5, and 6. You'll have a 1, 2, hand is going over, 3 and 4, 5, and 6. What you'll notice on this is you have time for about a peck of a kiss towards your audience for this timing. So you have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So this is all straight time on this. Again, we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. One more, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, and 6. And it has a nice effect. Again, breaks the fourth wall, starts to communicate to your audience on this. We also have a level 2. Did you want to say anything about before we enter our level 2? Okay, so we've got our level 2 on this, and the level 2 expands the idea a little long. We get to hang out, breaking the fourth wall a little bit longer. So we're going to suspend time on this downstage idea, and we change the timing subtly. So we're going to take this and we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to hang out here 3 and 4, and we're going to get back to the post leg on 5. Finish at 6. So we don't have a triple step anchor, we just have a walkout anchor on this. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So as we go through this, followers have a little bit more time to accentuate this and can kind of come into this space, suspend over a little bit longer, and then pop out of it. The goal is for the follower to get back onto their right leg, their post leg, by count 5. That's the really important part. The transition step to it, so you're hanging out on 4, and as you transition back to it, can happen on the 4 and, or the 4 5. So you can adjust that, but it's got to land on 5 in order to start your walkout anchor. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take that to the side so you see this effect this way for a second. Sorry. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take it to the side. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when we go back to the original position, you can see, leaders, that if there are 2 ways of doing this. You can do it socially, where you keep your body language towards the follower and let the follower kind of look out into the audience or into the friend zone or into the space. But if you're performing, you both want to open the shoulders. So I want to highlight for the leaders here, as we get into this shape right here where the follower really is looking out, leaders, you can either have your body just facing the follower on this, again, elbow off the body, or leaders, you can really look out and look beyond the fourth wall. You can look out and see your audience before you bring it on back. Followers, I'd like you to be sensitive about this. When you're coming into this and you feel this connection, Janice and my followers will have connection through the hand here, and I've got control over the follower's right side of her body, basically her shoulder blade, her back here. If I start to pull on this, if I start to take this back, she'll come right back to the slot. So followers, your time out here is really attached to the connection that you feel. So if the leader leaves it here, it might be longer than 6 counts. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 9 and 10, or whatever it is. But you're really listening to that connection when that connection draws you back in onto the post in order to get your anchor step. So you've got now two versions of this. One, the simple version where it stays in time 3 and 4, 5 and 6, or you can lengthen it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish it 6. And you could lengthen that even more if you wanted it for level 3 moves. So, did you have something to say?
You could also, the goal to keep it fluid through that moment, so as opposed to stopping and going.
Oh, I love that.
You want to keep constant momentum unless the leader is leaving you out there and you're going to play for a little bit.
So yeah, you can create this this momentum idea where the movement doesn't ever stop. So we're not stopping on it. We're creating this moving picture where it almost slows down. It creates a slow motion effect. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't actually stop the momentum and create a stop image where we're slowing down time there and then catching back up with it. I love that. All right, good luck. Hi, this is Eric and Janice, and again, this is our Thanksgiving moves. This, I think, is our 4th move. I call this move a stuttering or pattering right side pass. Right pass is going to remain the same. It's going to be a 6-count pattern. However, what's going to happen in the feet is going to change. So again, we're changing the rhythm of what's going on, but we're not changing the overall integrity of the 6-count structure of the right side pass. So on this one, we're going to suspend on count 2. We're going to take the first 2 steps, 1, 2, we're going to hold 3, and we're going to pick it up, and 4, finish it, walk out anchor 5, 6. So you'll see that from the other side. We got a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. A couple of keys on actually leading and following this. When we go into this, leaders, we're going to create a stopping feeling. We're actually creating pressure, compression through our right side pass. So when I do a normal right side pass, I don't have compression at all. I create length, we go to kind of neutral, and then we continue our leverage idea. So it's mostly a leverage to less leverage, back to leverage idea as we continue. However, for this move, there is indeed a stopping feeling, a compression feeling that is going to tell the follower to wait. So I want to also indicate that I don't want my follower to rotate. I don't want any torque on this. So I have, if I'm going to turn this sideways for a second, as we do this, 1, 2, Janice's hand has not begun to cross her nose, so I have not taken her arm across her body at all. I have left Janice's arm, the follower's arm, on the right side of her body. So let me take this back here for a second. So we've got a 1, I'm creating a stopping feeling or a pausing feeling on count 2. I don't want to feel stop, and I don't want to send enough pressure to send her backwards, but I want to delay her on that 2 leg. So here's 2, 1, 2, and I want to release this pressure right after 3. So 1, 2, I suspend 3, and 4, 5, 6. So there's a little bit of timing on this. I'm hitting the pause button, I'm slowing her down, 1, 2, 3 I'm holding, I'm releasing 4 for the and 4. So we have 1, 2 holding, releasing, and 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6 for that walkout anchor. So when we do this, it has a really nice pause effect. I'm just going to throw a sugar push in here just for fun. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 4, 5, 6. So you can see that there's a delay in that right side pass. So that's the first start of this stutter idea. So that's level 1. Level 2. Level 2, I'll go right into this. Level 2 takes that pause and allows us to do something with it. So leaders, for a second, you got a 1, 2. Remember, we're holding on this 2, and we're going to take this other leg, our leader's left leg, and we're going to patter this front and back and go. So we have this forward and back idea to create this stuttering effect, or this pattern effect. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. For the followers, you have 1, suspend 2. You're going to do the same thing. You can take that back leg, your right leg, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. So I'll take it from this side. 1, hold 2, pattern 3, and 4, and rotate your body 5, 6. So when you put this together, this has this nice, very dynamic section right in the feet. So if you're watching this moment, all eyes will drop to the floor to see what the feet are doing. So you have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. And it has this really fun effect. Again, taking this simplistic right side pass, usually used in your basic class movement, now adding some dimension to it. So now you're creating the pause, that's level 1. And level 2, you're taking that pause and now using that to create some dynamic, interesting sections to look at. So we'll do it one more time. We've got a 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. Is there anything you'd like to add on this?
No, that was it.
So this is a little fun thing to do. It's a really great little footwork exercise as well. So you're learning to control the lead, you're learning how to listen to that lead in terms of hearing that pausing effect, and then you're using your pattern to create a more interesting contrast in your footwork. Hope you like that one. Hi, this is Eric and Janice, and these are a few of our Thanksgiving moves. I think this is our 5th move in our series here. And so this move is a hustle whip. So I have 3 different levels of this hustle whip. The first one is our regular simple one. I have Janice on this side because this is how we're going to be ending up doing it in the class, but we will turn this around as well. So we're starting with a whip, and what I'm doing is starting from open position, and I'm going to touch the arm as Janice goes by, or touch her back, depending upon how much she turns around. I've either got her back, or I'm just touching the outside of her arm, to trail down to the hand. So the goal here is to get the 2 hands on this hustle whip. So we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when I get my 4, I'm not going to be even, so Janice is not going to have her shoulders even. Leaders, you're going to have your left hand a little bit closer to you, and followers, you're going to have your right hand a little bit closer to the leader. And you can see that followers, you have a right edge a little bit more prominent. You have moved your body into the leader's space. So leaders, you are in fact creating a little bit of a preparation here. And that's going to be useful because we're going to take this, leaders, you're going to take your right hand, and that's going to start to scoop over. It's going to start to rotate the follower around 5, 6, 7, and 8 for a follower single outside turn. So we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4. We walk 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is as regular as a whip with a single outside turn. It's just starting a little bit different. So we've got 1, we're going to collect the hands 2, 3, and 4. We have 2 hands. Leaders, I'm stepping out to the side, maintaining the connection. I sometimes create a little bit of tilt, so my hands are not even. Leaders, I have my right hand already a little bit higher. That's giving the follower a clue that that's the one that's going to be utilized for the turn. I'm coming up and over for 5. I'm coming up and over for 6. I finish it 7 and 8. That's the level 1 move, and I want to show it to you from a different side as well. So I'll take it from this side. So we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now when I do this, on my 5, 1 for the leader, 3, and 4, I don't go down the slot with my follower like a normal whip. So I don't want to create more length because that makes the turn harder. What I do is I step inside of the partnership so I can keep the turn right here and keep the connection 5 and 6. Now I have to balance that with the height of my follower. My follower is a little bit taller than me. I do have to make sure that I've given enough space that that turn happens right when we're at our closest moment, and then everything works out okay. If I've created too much space, that's when I start to hit the top of the head. And boy, do I know that feeling. And Janice knows that feeling as well. So that is our level 1 move. That's a single outside turn. Everything stays within the timing of a regular whip. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. When we do our level 2 move on this, we're going to create some changes for the follower. So for the follower, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, we're angling a little bit on that 4. As we come in for the, instead of going 5, we're going to go and 5. So we're going to go and 5. We're going to spiral the bottom of the body first, and then come over the top 6. We're swiveling around from the follower's left leg to the follower's right leg, where the followers can finish it 7 and 8. So we're changing the timing right in the middle of the structure for the follower. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, finishes 7, and 8. So that is the level 2 part of this, and you'll see how that affects my followers' rotation on this. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, rotating 6, 7, and 8. So we'll take this again. We've got a 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you'll notice as a leader, I've gone a little bit split weight in this moment because the follower has created an idea of acceleration and then bleeds off into a regular timing ending. So it accelerates and then we pause. So there's a moment where it's slowing down, it's a little bit of pausing, and then continuing at regular speed. So you'll see this again. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we'll show it to you from the other side as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. So when we do this, this is this level 2, creates this dimension. Now I've got a level 3 on this, and the level 3 is really interesting. And you'll see that no one's going to like this because it adds a little pirouette for the follower.
Or they'll love it.
Or they'll love it, right? So followers, you're doing the and 5, swiveling around for count 6. That'll put you right on your right leg. You're going for 1 pirouette and ending on the 8. So you're, instead of anchoring, you're coming around with this pirouette and then ending on this 8. So followers, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, swivel, 6, pirouette, 7, step out of it, 8. And what will be great is that the leader is actually driving that turnaround and he's helping. So you're not there just blindly doing this turn by yourself. You've actually got an arm helping create that turn. The single outside turn should be doable. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, swivel, 6, 7, 8. Take that one more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And leaders, as we do this, since the follower is doing a pirouette, she really doesn't have control over the anchoring aspect of this. So leaders, you're going to have to move away to create the stretching feeling for your next pattern. I want to do this on the other side so that you see this. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. We'll take it again, that's great. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And so this is a wonderful pattern. If you've got somebody who likes to spin, or you're very good as a partnership, this is a wonderful showcase. And you can always add turns. So let's say you have somebody who really does spin very well. You can add 2 or 3 or 4 turns, or really keep it going as long as you want to showcase the follower's ability to spin. So I think this is all that we have on this. And so you've got like these 3 levels for this one hustle whip. Our first level 1 is just regular footwork, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The second level adds the and 5 and the swivel, finishing with a regular anchor 7 and 8. And level 3 adds the pirouette from 6 to 8. And that really showcases the virtuosity of a follower's ability to turn. And really changes the speed dynamic of the entire move, adding a delay on the and 5, but adding speed and acceleration through the turn. So it adds a lot of dynamic variety for this one singular move. We'd like to thank you for coming to watch our Thanksgiving moves, and we hope you have a good time in class.